What's up, motherfoxers? I found the new one with the front ceiling. Yes! I hate putting that son of a bitch in. So, that's the new timing cover, by the way. That's the one I was waiting to put on the 351, but since, you know, the other one's kind of screwed up in these oil pan holes, I figured we're going to use a new one. Went and got it. Seal was already in. I've ruined a couple of those putting them in. But it doesn't matter because when you got to buy a timing cover gasket, you got to buy this. So there's plenty of them front main seals in them. I must have like, I don't know, 3 more of these somewhere, because they give you every configuration of a 302 for the water pump, and you know, you just throw the rest away. But and the fuel pump, I mean, but obviously we're not doing that. But let's just go ahead and get this timing cover on. You don't need to watch us. And just like that, with the magic and power having, we got a timing cover on and the oil pan. So I did put a post up on YouTube. It said, should I paint this red or just leave it black? Leaving it black, well, you know, it's less work for me, I guess. So, you know, well, now this is all sealed up. You know what that means? That's right, we're gonna put the heads on. I don't know, it's more fun than putting a balancer on, you know? You can put the balancer on anytime, that's not a big deal. Of course, you know, I do have to do it, you know, the proper way. We will do it the proper way. But, anywho, maybe I should put that on, I don't know. There you go. And, of course, my short I put up there of if this really works or not. But, I mean, what's the downside to letting your metal parts soak in oil, you know? Anywho, I think I'm going to put these on, get those in there, get the retainer on, then we'll put the heads on, alright? Or maybe we'll put a harmonic balancer in, I don't know. You know, just wing it here, guys. So, get your butt in there, buddy. Yeah. Isn't this entertainment? All you gotta do to do these guys is just pick them up and stick them in that hole. I mean, you gotta put them in this way, obviously, but you won't be able to get the dog bones on if the flat sides aren't there. So, can't figure that out. Don't build an engine. So, here we go. Obviously, you put, you know, the side that says up. Stupid proofed it, didn't they? Here. Now you do gotta make sure it's kind of centered, you know. And these things are short, so you purposely have to push down. This whole thing is a spring, you know. So they make it so you purposely have to push down to start the threads. Okay, we'll get them adjusted here in a second. Put a couple more threads on there. Alright, now we just need to see how you can slide these things. Just kind of want to center them up there. Oh, nice and centered. Oh, this guy. What do we got going on here? Turned a little bit. Turn that sucker. It's the hard part about it, trying to turn these once they're in there, because now, alright. There we go. Now we got it. Now I gotta do everything all over again. All because of one damn lifter. We got these guys all set. This was just a Craftsman trusty inch pounds torque wrench here. It's about 110, 120, which is like 8 or 10 foot-pounds. Bam! Alright guys, there you go. I decided to put the harmonic balancer on, you know, the right way. You can see that. So, alright. Now, we'll go ahead and put the heads on. Hell yeah. I guess I should clean these. I wasn't even thinking about that. See, we got the little lean cylinder here. Don't know why, but there it is. Yeah, let me get this all cleaned off, and then I'll clean out these water jackets too. I didn't even think about that. Iron heads. Iron Head's also a song by Helmet. Iron Head. Think we should piston a valve clearance or just trust it? It looks the same. Why not? Well, maybe not. Who knows? Suppose I could check it. Maybe find some bolts. This one's going here, I believe. Alright, here's the deal. I did cinch these down, not, you know, anywhere at torque. I just cinch them down. And I was like, oh yeah, I need Play-Doh. Guess what I don't have anymore? Play-Doh. You know, these pistons that are in here were built for the short block I had in the car. So they're just stock replacement pistons, alright? So I don't think we're gonna have any issues. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I don't want to get Play-Doh. And I know they're clearing. They're fine. It's fine. Nothing to see here. So I'm gonna zip those back out, put some thread sealant back on the lower ones, obviously, and then we'll do the torque sequence on them, whatever the ARP version of it is. I don't know. All right, here we go. 70 pounds, 70 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna do this probably about. Let's just do this at I don't know, 40 first. So I looked it up on ChatGPT. It just said 70 foot-pounds. If you're using 30 weight oil, 85 foot-pounds. Meaning on the head of it there, but all right, should we go 3? Do another one? What's it? 70, 40, do 55? I don't think this is gonna make a difference. You know what I'm saying? There we go, 55. All right, let's do 70. Finish her off. That's 72. Good enough. Could click it just 2 more the other way, but why not have it a little bit tighter? And this is the first time, I think, in quite a few of these engines that I actually did the sequence 3 times on here without having a, you know, bad torque wrench from, you know, Hobo Freight. Those 2 stopped clicking, man. The 3/8 and 1/2 inch. Don't buy them things. They lasted quite a while and they just stopped clicking. So we got a nice old Craftsman 1/2 incher here. I got this in my inch pound, so anything in between, I'm screwed. I need to get to 3/8 version of this. So, all right, there's one done. I gotta go clean the other head. Got some shit on them laying on the bench there. Alright, got these 2 done. They should be set. I was having an issue with this guy. I was going a whole turn before it cracked to 20. So then I got the stool down here and really feeling I got too much oil on my hands. So you always want to, when you're doing zero lash, you want to be able to turn this just a little bit. I had too much oil in my hands, I couldn't turn it, so I had to wipe that off and then got it cinched to where it was no lash, and then cracked it about halfway, so half turn. So, but I've seen you see me do this on the channel before. Go back and look at some of those old videos of me doing valves. I know there's a couple videos of me doing these because of the push rod incident and the ticking and all that garbage, but yeah, basically what I do, guys, is I make it so two of these go down. They say one's going down and one's coming up. That's the one you want to go to, the one that was down, and do that. Bullshit. All I do is wait till two of them go down right next to each other, and I just do them, and it's fine. It's no big deal. It's easier that way, so you're not cranking it so much and whatnot. But boy, oh boy, I'm telling you, I feel the compression in this sumbitch right now. Trying to turn this. So anyway, let me get the rest of this done. One side, all done and adjusted. Hell yeah. Now it's time for the other side. Moving right along. Looky, looky. That side is done now. Alright, I'm going to clean up the intake. We're going to get that sucker mounted up. You betcha. And the valve covers. I'm going to screw this up where it's going to go good. I see holes. I think I did something right. Now we can bolt her up. Yay! Right in there. Hit the bullseye on this sucker. Uh-oh. Speak too soon? Oh, it's going in. There you go. Maybe in the middle somewhere? Maybe it goes here. Huh. Of course, I did get this from the... These are all the bolts the hillbillies put in here. So, there's got to be one that's not right, so... I mean, it works, but it's not the right one. You gotta expect that when you're dealing with a band of hillbillies. And just like that, intake's all torqued down. Easy stuff, man. Now we'll get the valve covers on. I'm gonna do something different. Huh? Yeah. I'm going back to the red ones. These things clear, I know they do. I clearanced them. They're close, but they're... I just said, you know, I just want the regular one on. They just look better. I had an idea for the other ones, but when I got it, I didn't expect it to be like a wrinkle paint job on there. So that kind of derailed me on that, but I got the spark plug wire holders in there. This one here, remember, because of the way the AC pump here, compressor sits, it comes right close to this, and this thing can't protrude out this way, so I had to turn it that way. So that's why that's sitting like that, and that one's straight. But those things, like I showed you guys, them wire separators are awesome. But anyway, yeah, let's get the headers on. Alright, we got this thing pretty much ready to go. I figured, why not just put the damn water pump on now. So one of the things I do, guys, take that plate off. A lot of times these things leak and people wonder why they're leaking, and I don't know why. It's probably because of the inside gasket. You gotta take the plate off, so you gotta take those two screws off there. And I'm just gonna replace this. I got one down here I bought a while ago for something, I don't know. I ended up not using it, or found another one somewhere or whatever, but let me rip this off here and get this replaced. Yeah, so everybody's pulling their hair out sometimes, wondering why their water pump's leaking. It's the gasket inside this plate. It's just like, it's two screws, pull off. And just clean this up and replace it. Got that sucker as clean as I could get. Man, that thing did not want to come off. Wow, I've never had one come off that hard. So, I'm done. We're just gonna stick that stupid gasket on. Alright, Focally Duckleys. Yeah. She's put together, ready to go in. We will tackle that task tomorrow, but not in this video. That's going to put an end to this one. We got her together. She's all done except for my nuts. Forgot to put my nuts back on. Oh no, there goes a nut. Let's go chase that now. And that is gonna do it. You gonna get that nut for me there, Lily? Yeah, thanks. Thanks for the help. Later, guys. I asked you to help me. Why couldn't you help?